Okay, and here we're just going to go over very quickly application for re-enlistment. So this is a web page that can be found and placed on the Fire Brigade's main headquarters webpage, and people can click on the application and then fill out the enlistment application. So I just took this information off of the form. So name, there needs to be some sort of identifier to be able to identify this person as a previous member of the department. So the TRN number, maybe could be a date of birth, anything like that, the station that is looking to return to, the date, contact number, email, and then from their device, from their phone, they'd be able to sign that and then submit that application. Once the application is submitted, it comes into the system, and then it's reviewed by somebody, I would assume, and then from the review, it then goes out and gets the necessary requirements or signatures to sign off on that. So we see here's the application with the signature and all that. What we're going to do is we're just going to hide that information because we don't need to look at that all the time because we know what it is. The only thing we really need to do is we need to tie this employee into an existing employee, which right now you can see there's no performance reviews here and there's no review information, so there's nothing here. So what I need to do is I need to attach this application to a previous employee. So to do that, we just come down into the employee box and we type in this unique number here. And there it is. We found that individual. We're now going to attach their records to him. So if I was to go over to the performance tab, I then can see this was a complete list. So we can see the performance reviews and the previous history. We can add anything to that. We can add the training, performance reviews, discipline, anything that's been done. But at least it allows you to be able to quickly review this information to determine if this is likely a candidate to re-enlist. So from here, now that we have that information, once this is linked, and this information saved, now email notifications will go out. They'll go out to the headquarters station and they'll go out to the command, the people that are responsible for reviewing this. They'll get a link that says, hey, Mr. Link wishes to re-enlist. Please click the links and give us what your take is, sort of thing, because I noticed in the report there was comments for review. So clicking on that link in the email would bring me directly to this form. I then, as the person responsible for this re-enlistment, I would just hit add comments. It would put my name, my title, and so we can go ahead and just type in whatever comments that we have with regards to our recollection of working with this guy. I would have reviewed those notes, reviewed some of the history, and then offered my input. I hit save and back. And now the direct supervisor has made the comments. It looks like it's favorable. And then the other individuals, hopefully they would log in, and there would be a trigger that once this is the final note, then that would then go back to the final decision-making person, who then would come in, edit the record, and then make the final decision from the brigade headquarters. This is a candidate. He will be brought back. He won't be brought back, whatever the case may be. So it's accepted or rejected. It's accepted. It's accepted as of this date. Hit save. And then when you hit save, you can also select that an acceptance letter signed by anybody would automatically be generated as a PDF and then emailed to this individual. So there's nothing for you to do. If this was accepted, they'd get accepted. If it was rejected, they'd get the same thing. They'd get a letter saying, hey, we regret to inform you, but at this time we're not re-enlisting any new firefighters, or whatever the case may be. So that, again, is all an automated process and cuts down significantly on administration. And that goes through to all of the applications that we have, whether it's dispatch or whether it's time and attendance or whatever else have you. If an employee was to punch in and they were to punch in late, then they would receive, a a certain number of lates, then they would get, the system would automatically generate an email to them and say, hey, you know, your attendance is getting tardy. This is what it currently is, and we'd like you to pick up the pace, sort of thing. So again, a lot of automation that's done here, and it takes away a considerable amount of administrative time, so that when the time comes that you do need it, you can go back and see all of the automation that has occurred when dealing with this individual. And that's just a quick overview of how the re-enlistment works, but it's a good example of how workflow is managed very effectively.